Oh, Lord, y'all. Good morning. Welcome to the right side. It's already been, we've been here 30 minutes and it's already been a day. I'm Allison Sinclair. Amy Beth is not here today. Clearly, this is not Amy Beth Shaver.
No, it is not.
Wait, it's not?
It's not. It's not. It is the Bubba Bussey, which...
Allison, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. I really am. I had no idea we were going to sit so close together. And I didn't know I was going to be in your lap for the broadcast.
He's really worried about that. Well, I mean, you can scoot.
Yeah, you can
You'll
scoot.
still
Oh,
be...
I wouldn't slide over now for nothing.
Well, when Caitlin comes
inch.
up, then you'll be cut out and that would stink.
Okay.
Yeah, but up
we
until
don't want
Caitlin,
that.
you're good.
We're all right. We're good.
JP's here.
Just don't get fooling with them cords again.
Hunter's here. The whole, oh man, we needed Betty.
I told you need to have her co-host. If you really want good quality entertainment and a lot of hits, that's your target right there.
I hear she's the funniest one of the bunch.
She is. She absolutely is.
And where is she today? She's
Well,
still sleeping or she's drinking coffee?
No, she's up. She has a real busy schedule at the house.
I want to hear this schedule.
I really don't want to. I wasn't going to go into it till Caitlin got on because she's,
then
very
let's save
up to
it.
speed. But Betty's probably watching right now. So, but she keeps a very, very, very tight, very busy schedule.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, she gets up and plays with the dogs, and then goes to pickleball, and then she plays with the dogs and goes to yoga, and then she plays with the dogs and goes to Bible study. And then I think there's a play with the dogs and go to a sip and taste in there somewhere. And then we play with the dogs and we go to pickleball clinic. So she has a very strenuous schedule.
Living my dream. At what point?
You know, I'm joking, honey. She works very hard, keeps the house up, keeps everything going. I'm joking. You know, I'm joking. But it is funny. And, But Betty is a warrior. In the early years of our marriage, she supported me. So I'm glad that we've been able to support her now.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have her. At what point?
Ask Caitlin about having Betty's job. She can clue you in on that.
I hope Caitlin's watching, which she'll be with us in the 11 o'clock hour.
That will be quite the hour.
Normally Fridays, but we bumped her up.
Great.
Because we needed to do
The
this
Bussey
together.
Brief.
The Bussey Brief. Do you know what we were going to name it?
What?
JP. Did she tell you the first name we came up with?
I thought you were going to say my name suggestion. We won't say that one.
No.
What was it?
No, we'll tell you during the break.
Yeah, during the break.
Okay.
It was, don't beat around a bushy. I thought that was great.
That is funny.
But then we
That
were
is
like,
funny.
we'll be professional.
Right. She's got an image to hold up in the Washington, D.C. area.
She's kind of a superstar.
We all know that people need good images in D.C. Has anybody seen the Fauci hearings this morning?
Oh, yes.
What a show that is.
Huh? You watched it. Okay. Well,
No, I listened to it coming in. Most of it.
Did you listen with your eyes closed as you were riding down 280 in your Tesla?
No, you can't close your eyes. It'll beep at you. And do you know how they work?
Okay.
Do you know the deal on the supervised driving?
Well,
do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I want you to tell me, but I want to ask you something first. I've been in a Tesla actually twice, and I don't really know how it works. Does your Tesla poot?
Yes.
That's the best thing
It has
ever.
a fart machine built into it.
That is the best thing ever.
You know who thinks that's the funniest, by the way, is ladies. Guys chuckle at the girls get to laughing so hard they can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's because I just picture, like, if I were you, I would hide somewhere in the Walmart parking lot and just sit with your.
Close.
What?
I feel like we're slow dancing.
We might be by the end because, hey, Bubba sent me a text this morning and said, "Hey, can we play music and dance on the show? Whatever you want.
We may need some space.
Whatever you want."
Do the robot.
Yeah, but you're gonna so you're going to Walmart and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna film it and you're just gonna, as women walk to their cars beside yours or whatever, you're just gonna hit all the different farts.
Okay, so you can pick sounds for warning sounds, like what you're talking about.
What do you mean warning?
Like if you get too close to the car, it'll beep at you or it will toot or do whatever you want it to do.
Oh, you can make it toot automatically?
Yeah. But
Auto toot.
Auto toot.
But that's if somebody gets too close and you have the sentry guard on, okay? Like it's watching
Okay.
over your car while you're gone.
Okay.
But it has a fart machine built in. So I can, without you noticing it, tell which seat the fart comes from.
You can
And then
inside?
yes. And then I can tell it when to trigger it by contact or by me pushing a button or when I cut a blinker on. And then, even then, as it repeats, it gives you different ones.
Okay.
Now you got to think about this is a bunch that can catch a rocket with chopsticks. Okay. It's coming in faster than the speed of sound. They break. It lines itself up and is caught with giant chopsticks. Okay. In 8 seconds, they can come from the speed of sound to chopsticks. Okay. And the thing's 12 stories tall. Okay. That same group got together and said, let's build a car and put a fart machine in it. I mean, it
that's the
obviously
kind of-
was a bunch of kids.
That's the kind of people I want doing that stuff.
I just think we take ourselves way too seriously, and I
Mhm.
really appreciate it. And I can't imagine it on a first date. You know, like what you could do with that would be devastating. The way you can,
I don't know if you'd roll it out on the first date.
No,
That
maybe
might
the
be
second.
that might be a little much.
Bubba, you would
Maybe the
totally,
third date.
you
Huh?
would totally roll it out on the first date.
So what is
Well,
the
what
fir-
about a
what did
double date? Your friend in the back.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what you would do.
Oh yeah, you
okay.
could hammer down on them.
Yeah. That
Listen,
would.
I was doing it as a demonstration for a couple we were going out to eat with the other night. Okay.
Were you going to the mini mall?
And no, we didn't that night, but we have. The guy was in the front seat with me. The ladies were in the back. And I had fixed it so his seat would toot. And I do it, and he knows what I'm doing because
Okay.
he saw me set it up. But his wife in the back calls his name out. I won't say his name. Pete, what are you doing? It was funny.
Did he get in trouble?
Well, I said it's not him, it's me.
So your Tesla tooted all the way to Birmingham.
It can.
Betty's probably still playing with the dogs.
It all depends.
Does she practice her Michael Jackson dance ever?
Oh, she dances around the house.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime she hears "Beat It," she has to dance because she had a cheerleader routine to that in high school.
Oh.
So that she'll start dealing the cards out, and all that.
We saw
And
that.
she can go. I mean, she can go. God bless her. She's in great shape. She thinks she's fat, but she's really in great shape.
She is so.
Does every woman
cute.
think that they're fat?
Apparently,
every
yes.
single one of them.
Apparently, yeah.
I'm gonna
Allison?
be really honest. I have the opposite problem.
You're too skinny.
No, that's the problem. I could be 50 pounds overweight, and I look in the mirror and I see Cindy Crawford.
Well, that's
And
good.
I need
That's
a
good.
slap in the face of reality sometimes.
We don't do
I think Betty's like you know how you look in the mirrors at the fun house and it makes you. I
Yeah.
think she thinks she looks bigger than she does. It's kind of like, what was that movie? The Howl movie. What was that?
How?
No, with
Oh,
Shallow
Shallow
Hal.
Hal.
Shallow Hal.
I was thinking
Where
Fat
he
Amy.
saw Rosemary is skinny. I think she sees herself as big and she's not. I mean, she ain't big as a minute.
She
ain't big
is
as a
so
minute.
cute. I saw that Facebook video of her dancing.
Well,
I was
that-
waiting for you to get.
That's
up
the thing with Allison, not just with her physical appearance, though, but with everything. So we bring her down.
Yeah,
that's
I
what-
have to be. Somebody needs to
'Cause you're
be like,
positive.
Sinclair, pull it together.
Get it down. Pull
Which
it together.
Might be the mantra for the day today for the next
Get it
2
together?
hours. Yeah,
Get it
for
together.
both of us.
I'm good.
So, what have you been up to? When did y'all come here and visit? I swear, when I texted you and said, "Hey, Amy Beth's leaving. You want to come host the show?" I figured you'd be like, I gotta wash my hair.
How quick did I answer?
I mean, when I say 26 seconds, maybe less. And he was like, "This is an honor," and it just
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I get out and, doing the radio show, long as I did it, I didn't get to do a lot of other things. So I'm enjoying getting out and doing other things now.
I haven't thought about that.
And I've changed jobs since I was here before. I was an assistant athletic director at Jack State in charge of broadcasting. And now I am a special assistant to the president.
Which means?
Well, I do whatever the president needs me to do, special projects.
Like?
Well, if there is something that needs to be worked on in a certain county, or, we need to check on something, it varies. It's just all over the road.
Okay.
But we're always out letting people know the good news about Jacksonville State University, home of the Fighting Gamecocks.
Do you enjoy
Fear the beak.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You see, it's like a rooster head, and you peck, peck, peck.
Oh, have you ever had chickens?
My grandparents had chickens. I'm
Roosters
a lot
mean.
more farm boy than you think I am. I know you think
You
urban
look
guy
very,
here,
very sophisticated
Right.
downtown.
Right. But I spent my time on the farm. I used to help my grandparents plant corn, and I didn't plow a mule, but my mother did and my dad did, and I knew how to plow one. I knew how to turn. And I saw uncles use a mule to plow a field, but we had a Cub tractor, which was just barely a tractor. It was like a 2-cycle, but
Yeah.
I did learn to drive. So I could drive pretty good by the time I started learning to drive. And my granddad used to send me to get cigarettes on the highway
Yeah,
when I
he
was
did.
14. And
On the mule?
no, with the car. And I probably shouldn't admit that now, but I said, Papa, what if the police stop me? He said, tell them you're going to get cigarettes from me and it'll be okay. I said, okay, I will.
I'd like to bring those days back.
When he said, don't tell your mother. That was the other thing. And when I got my learner's permit and I was going out to learn to drive the first time, and I got one hand on the wheel,
Yeah,
the
you
window down.
kicked back.
She looked at me and said, Papa's been letting you drive, hadn't he?
She knew.
She knew right away.
I would
Sorry,
have
Mom.
never pegged you as a farm boy.
Oh, listen,
That's a joke.
I've wringed the neck of a chicken,
Well, those
and I've gathered eggs in the morning.
gamecocks are mean. We've had several roosters.
Fear the beak.
Fear the beak.
That's right.
I had one in my apartment like 2 months ago.
Oh, you did? What
Yeah.
happened to it?
I threw water at it and it never came back.
Okay, well,
You had a rooster in your apartment?
Well, no, not in. It was roaming the complex
Oh.
because the lady below me was feeding it bread.
Oh.
So it kept, but it kept, what's it, crowing at the sunrise every morning. And
Oh yeah.
one
Cock-a-doodle.
morning,
That's kind of what
doing?
they do.
Saturday morning, at the third day in a row, I went out on my porch, got a cup of water, and threw it at it, and it ran away, and it never came back.
I bet it got taken as a pet or a meal.
Yeah, it could be fried fricassee for
It was-
somebody.
It was big too.
Okay. All right. So listen, speaking of animals, have you been following along with James Spann? Oh my gosh. That is holy cow.
What was
JP,
What?
look at what we were just sent.
No way.
What's
Look,
happening?
look.
What is happening here?
That
You're
is
scaring
right
me to
now in
death.
our backyard behind the studio as we speak.
No way.
Oh, we got to go out and see that. Can
Can
we pause?
we
this?
pause?
Well, actually,
No,
well,
I'm serious. We need to pause.
Well,
What?
Caitlin is on.
Well, tell her to wait. Wait, do you want to go see the bear?
There's a bear in the parking
There's a
lot.
bear that's outside our kitchen.
Tell it not to scratch up the Tesla, please.
Did you leave
You know
any
what?
food
If
in
it goes by,
Is it gonna fart?
if it goes by, we'll have video of it. I'll tell you that. Seriously, there's a bear in the
That
parking
is
lot.
our porch right here. Y'all, Shelby the bear or Richard Shelby. Which one you want to name it?
Well,
That is the bear that has been running. Hunter, will you run downstairs and see if you can see it out of the kitchen window?
Hunter, don't go outside because you look like lunch. And I don't know if you're fast enough to get away.
Okay, so should we bring Caitlin up even though, or did she
Yeah.
go away?
Well, no, she's there. She thought it was Eastern, but she's got a meeting at 11:15
All right,
our
are
time.
you ready
So,
I'm
for
ready.
for the
Bussey
girl?
brief.
I'm
Okay,
ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on, let me.
Hunter,
Hunter's
you
gone
believe
out.
And I'll go down
it?
too.
That's a big bear too. That ain't some cub poking through the garbage. That's a big one.
That has been all over
Look how big he is.
Shelby County.
Okay, I can bring Caitlin up. I can go down and see it. Take a picture of it.
Okay, go.
Okay, y'all ready?
Well,
to go?
Hunter will report.
I don't have my
Yes.
hat. Does Caitlin have a hat on?
No, I don't. Hello.
It's so exciting. You don't even have your hoops in.
I know.
Oh, wait,
Different.
it's a work day.
Allison has hoops so big that ham operators want to use it for antennas. I mean, I could make a dipole out of that thing.
I know. I love it. I love them. I love the big hoops.
Well, Caitlin, I don't know if you heard the news. There's excitement has broke out here in the studio, and it's not because
heard
breakfast is here. There's a bear in the parking lot.
Yeah, I
And
heard.
Hunter went down to look at it, and I said, "Don't get too close, Hunter, because you could be lunch." You're not that fast.
Hunter's luck. I don't know if he's the right guy for the track down the bear in the parking lot. But
I just don't want it to get by the Tesla. It could start pushing things, getting in, you know. Did you bring a snack on the way up?
I've got some snacks in there.
Oh, shoot. I just
Allison, you're messing with my cord again. I tell you, here in the studio, Caitlin, you get to know your co-host. I mean, we're right up here on each other. You know what I mean? I mean, we got knees knocking on the table here.
I'm crying. No, I love their studio. It's so cute.
It is.
Gosh.
For the space they have, this is an incredible studio. I mean, it looks huge on TV.
Does
But
it?
for some reason, the hosts have to sit knee to knee. I'm not sure why. We're all trying to get under one logo here, I guess. I don't know.
No, I love it. It's so cute. I like how it's decorated. They have a great setup.
So sweet. I can't
Well,
believe I wasn't here the day you came in.
I know.
Well, if you come back and co-host Caitlin, be careful if she starts messing with the cords.
Oh, I
She
will.
gets all up
No,
under that table. I mean, all up under.
I didn't wear the headphones, I don't think. I can't remember.
What did you do? Oh, wait, they're
think it
back. Do we have a bear? It's at the neighbor's house. Oh, shoot. Did you go out there and look?
Do we know how close it got to the
Oh,
Tesla
you saw
anyway?
it?
No,
Oh,
it went to the right and down into the woods. So it's
well, as I was driving in, did I not tell you? Oh, shoot,
Yeah.
there's a lot of woods. It's in there. Have you been following along, Caitlin, with James?
No,
Spann and the bear
I've
fighting?
never seen a bear in Birmingham.
It's all over Eagle Point, all over like Highway 119, Herdmont. I mean, it has
Is
been
this one?
Meadowbrook. Yeah, it's the same one. He's just like chilling, walking through the apartments. He got in my friend's pool, was licking the deer salt. What are they called?
So yeah, deer salt,
Deer
Oh,
salt.
salt block.
Yeah.
So we had one in Alexander City too that showed up at Walmart. And so everybody nicknamed it the Walmart bear. Did you know? Have you seen this?
No.
So then they started taking pictures, but AI is so good. You know, it was like climbing TV towers, and it was getting on top of trucks and all that. So you don't know what's real and what's not, you know?
Oh, you're saying you didn't see it climbing
No,
towers.
no. People were posting it online, calling it the Walmart bears climbing a tower. But clearly
At
it was
Walmart, you never know what you're going to see at the Alex City Walmart. It's probably some of the best people watching in the state, if I would argue.
Well, you know, that kind of goes for any Walmart, Caitlin, if you think about it.
Hey,
Fair.
Sylacauga.
That and the airport.
Sylacauga Walmart. This is probably 10 years ago. In fact, it just popped up on my my feed the other day. I had a memory with Mama June and Honey Boo Boo. Y'all remember
There?
one of them moved to Sylacauga, got
Oh, yeah.
married, and
Yeah.
moved to Sylacauga? Oh, yeah, in the Walmarts.
You never know.
The Walmarts.
Caitlin, what's happening in DC? Anything good? Because your dad and I don't think so.
No, nothing good. Lindsey Graham's funeral was yesterday, so a lot of people were in town for that. It was sad, sweet tribute to him. And then other than that, a bunch of members are pledging they're going to stay during August to work through the SAVE Act. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, here's my question for both of y'all.
Good luck on that one.
Yeah. So Katie Britt and Tommy Tuberville have both come out and said, we're staying. We're not going anywhere. It takes one person to object to hold them all there, if I'm correct. Okay. So we got lots of pomp and circumstance. Do you actually think that one of them will stand up? Is that going to be Mike Lee? Because
I don't know. I don't know enough about the legislation to know why people are voting against it other than it's one of Trump's priorities. In my mind, it's pretty common sense. I don't understand why any Dems would want to even go die on this hill of like, hey, it's voter ID. It's really simple. You know, you need an ID to get on an airplane, to buy a beer, to do pretty much anything. Our election should be secure. I feel like that's very common
Except
sense.
for our most sacred right is Americans.
It's kind of an 80-20 issue too. So I don't know if it's like a Christmas tree bill where a bunch of people have thrown in some stuff in the fine print that they're just like not okay with, or what the deal is. But for something, it can't just be as simple as voter ID, or I think it would already be across the finish line. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm glad people are pledging to stay to work through August. But I don't understand what that's going to do. Like, what's that going to change from where we are now if no one agrees on anything? You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll
So do you
see.
think
It's kinda
most
like-
of them are, do you think most of them are objecting just because they're anti-Trump? I mean,
Yeah.
anything Trump wants, they're against.
That's just kind of how it works up there. At least when most of the time I was up there was under President Biden. And so being a Republican, either in the House minority, Senate minority with a Democrat president, you're voting no on everything. Doesn't matter what it is. That is just how you play the game up there, especially in Alabama with a ruby red district. Like, you're not gonna, you know what I mean? I think Senator Britt is more
Your
likely
hair
to
looks
work
good.
across the
Thank you.
aisle.
Thank you.
He's
With
looking
some
at
people-
himself in the
What
camera.
is he doing?
He's
I was
fixing
trying to
his
fix
hair.
my hair. It was
You need
It's
a hat?
no.
Daddy, you look good. I can tell you've lost weight.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't he look good?
He does.
I'm a rail baby.
He's got new shoes. I'm sorry, but yeah, we heard all about the new kicks that he found buried.
Yeah,
in
I
his
found them
closet.
in my closet. I forgot. I knew I got them, but I forgot I had.
What are
so
they?
I got some new.
I've
Balance
seen that
today.
closet. I'm scared.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Wait, Hunter, what did you call them? Dad cruisers,
Yeah.
but they're
No,
black.
they're just like his New Balance shoes.
They're exactly like my dark blue ones. They're just black.
Yeah, they're the ones he wears with a tux to weddings.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah,
now
those shoes hurt my feet. Them other ones.
it's because they're like 6 years
Can
old.
you imagine me
No, I
like not
mean,
wearing heels
it's-
to a black tie
Okay.
wedding because they hurt my feet, so I'm gonna wear my New Balance.
He's Bubba Bussey.
That's right.
People-
Oh, I know. It's
When
definitely part of
he
the brand.
wasn't
Like,
in Dad cruisers in a tux.
Thank you, Al.
it's
Yeah.
so fun.
I knew I liked this show.
Yeah, I'm serious. That would be disappointing. Caitlin,
And you never know when you have to run from a bear.
Which, by the way, here's the picture of the bear for that's right in our backyard of our studio.
Gosh, that is wild.
Yeah, that ain't
It's
no
huge.
cub.
so
Hello, State Park.
what did we decide yesterday when if it's brown, get down?
Brown, get down. If it's black, you scream, make noise. And
What rhymes with black?
I can't remember. I can't remember what
Attack.
the phrase is.
Act like you're on crack.
Black attack, is that it?
Oh, black attack, maybe. And then grizzly.
Oh, you're in trouble.
What
if
do you
it's
do with
crazy.
a grizzly?
You just
Yeah.
say a prayer.
Say a prayer.
Yeah.
And then if you're a polar bear, you're already dead. So.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this one,
if it's a polar bear, I'm so cold, I'm glad it's eating me at that point. You know,
Well, when we were
anything to get out of that cold.
when we were coming up, somebody said, I called the deputy, and somebody else said, what's the deputy gonna do?
why would
Go
you
out
call?
there and cap him. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I don't think that's his jurisdiction.
What do you do? See, we have a
Do we have breaking news? I noticed Allison.
No, I keep my earbobs are falling out.
Sounds like a you.
We have breaking news
Oh,
as
come
we
in,
speak.
come in. Ham
I would
radio.
kill
Yes,
for
the
y'all
bear.
to be news anchors. That would
Gosh,
be
I
so
kind of
good.
forgot she was on.
I did too. Sorry, Kate.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm just chilling.
So, Caitlin, have you been watching the Fauci hearings this morning? You talking about?
No,
show
I've
that
heard. I've been getting texts about them earlier. I was in a meeting earlier today, but they, I think there's been some colorful language dropped. I'm excited to go back and watch it.
Well, it hadn't been from Fauci. All he said is he's taking the Fifth Amendment on everything.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
they,
I would
they-
too if I was him.
they even asked him the color of his tie, and he took the Fifth Amendment. So they're having a lot of fun with him. But they had pointed out, Senator Hawley had pointed out that he's got rich during COVID. He went from about $1 million to $12 million net worth. I mean, that's impressive.
How
over
do you
that
do
time.
that? Everybody else is shut down, and you're making bank.
Well,
I feel like a lot of people made money during COVID, whether it's the pharmaceutical companies with the vaccine, Dr. Fauci, God only knows. But I think it's kind of a reoccurring theme we've seen with a lot of politicians as they get rich in office. Like, look at Nancy Pelosi. She's been on Capitol Hill since she was an intern. And now she's got an amazing net worth, about to leave Congress. And we wonder why that is, but it's I think
Caitlin,
it'll
how do
always be
you
like that.
how do you regulate that? I mean, do you just tell
It's already
congressmen
regulated.
that you
It's kind of
can't?
like how it's just the same. It's the same as every other law. There's loopholes and there's ways around it. So like if I'm a congressman and I, in my personal business dealings, have made millions of dollars, I can't take a salary as a congressman on paper. So I sign everything I own over to my husband or wife, and it's not mine anymore. So now I can take my salary, and the business is still running, and I'm still going to have money when I leave because it's in my husband or wife's name. Or
How do
if
you
it's like, if
how do you
there's
fix
no
that?
paper trail, you can't, I don't know. Like, obviously I'm not saying it's justified by any means, but you can't really regulate that. Like if you're a senator or congressman and you're privy to information, like you have to basically be betting that those people are good, honest, upholding citizens and are going to honor the position they've been put in, to not take the knowledge that they've been privy to that the American public isn't, and not use it to their advantage. And that's a bet I would never make.
Well, don't most of them use a blind trust? Like they have a guy and they say, you take care of my portfolio. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to direct it. You do what you need to do. But as you say, they do have information that could do that. I don't know how you.
Would they send
I
more?
don't know. I'm going to be honest. I really don't know. I think that,
Yeah,
what?
we were doing Morse code. Sorry.
What I was saying is I don't know how it's regulated. I don't really know how it works. But if I had to guess, it would be hard. I think human nature takes over at some point in that. If you know your personal business is about to take a massive hit and impact like your family
Right.
and your life outside of your job, I imagine you're gonna let someone know to like do something about it. You know what I mean? And that would probably be a really hard position to be put in. But I don't know. It's so corrupt. I don't.
Let me ask you this. Why did Fauci even go to Capitol Hill? He's got a pardon from Biden. Wouldn't I just flash that pardon and say, y'all pound sand, see you later?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it goes back to a lot of it being kind of theatrical and like talking points like, hey, I am so-and-so congressman from this district. I'm on Fox News right now. I was questioning Dr. Fauci, holding his feet to the fire. And like, if you look at right now, like go to mycongressman.com and like donate to my cause. Like that's literally all that it is. If I had to guess, it's another.
Does Fauci have to show up?
I don't know. I think there's some sort of, if he's ordered to come testify in front of Congress, regardless if he has a pardon or not, I assume there's some sort of, he has to be there for him to actually be there. I don't know.
His lawyer got removed because he was in the wrong seat. So they had a little fun with that this morning.
JP, can we find that clip? I want to see his lawyer being a biscuit.
We can find the clip.
But you know, my whole deal with Fauci, and we talked about this earlier just a little bit. He knew good and well that he had funded research at the Wuhan lab that was moving that virus ahead 5 or 6 steps, okay? Even though it may not have met the technical definition of gain of function, which may be it has to have 10 components to it to be gain of function, it had 8. So he said, no gain of function. He knew good and well they were doing that. And when it escaped, if he had come out early right then and said, I know what this is. It's in this lab. They got bad safety reports 2 years ago. The people who are sick first were working in that lab. This is what it is. Let's cut it off at the pass. I think he could save lives, and that's my problem with him. I think he covered his trail because he didn't want people to know his foundations had been funding some of this. And the reason they're doing it there is because it's illegal to do in the United States and most of the free world because it's so dangerous. But we do it so we can find medicines for in the future, these things. So you can't wait till they hit to try to develop it because it's you're behind the curve. So
I also still think there's so much.
There is a scientific reason for doing this, but you have to weigh it with the risk of what we're doing. And that's why
and I know you think I'm a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I still think there is something to be said about the whole 2020, how quickly there had to be some sort of, if not after the fact, before the fact of okay, this is how fast the American people will do exactly what we say. We shut down everything. They stayed in their house. They wore masks. They were scared to touch each other. They were scared to go near anybody. Like, this worked. So in the event we need to do it again, like, this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah,
And-
I'm afraid we did show them a path to do that. Now, but in all honesty, how do you balance public safety? How do you balance your safety versus we didn't know to begin with what virus it was.
I think
Fauci didn't let us know what they were messing with. I mean, it could have been Black Death where they had 25% fatality, but it wasn't. It was less than 1% death. I lost friends and relatives in this. So did everybody else. It was dangerous.
I think that there was a time of 2020 when it was really dangerous, but it got to a point where it was over and everyone was still having to like social distance and like all the things. And I think that's when, and I know Dad, you and I have talked about this before, like, just to put it plainly, there are so many laws protecting dumbasses and they're just reproducing rapidly. And like, why would we not just
Eddie,
cut
I'm
that?
sorry your daughter was in the Navy.
But it's just like, why would we
That's
not?
two words
Like,
already in one segment. Okay.
there's
Not that I'm counting.
She's every man. She's just
Yeah.
talking.
And
think
I think there's something to be
Don't
said
get
about
into
that.
it.
It's like, just let people do what they want. And like, if they know that there is a, life-threatening virus going around and they want to go out and do whatever, then like, let them, whatever.
But if you
Buyer beware.
if
That's
you-
kind of how I was. I think you ought to let people have the
Yes.
freedom to do whatever they want to do. Now, if they kill themselves, I don't think you should have a warning on a bottle of shampoo that you shouldn't drink it. It goes back to the old James Gregory bit about, a can of shaving cream that has the warning, don't place in a fire. Well, who's going to sit in a fire with shaving cream? So
Someone had to for that to happen.
and see, if you have idiot people, they produce idiot kids. So you have to let the natural order take out the idiot so they don't reproduce. Okay. I hate to be blunt, but that is the order of nature to do that. And we've interrupted it. So now we're just
100%.
our armpits and idiots.
That's why I cannot stand all these laws in all these blue cities of like clean needle stations. Like, hey, when you want to shoot up with heroin, we've got you a clean needle. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? On the taxpayer dime? No. Go shoot up with a rusty whatever for all I care. But like,
we should just let natural selection play out.
When it comes to idiots, we should.
I agree. I know it's hard.
Retard.
But,
We're
like,
covered
don't be an
up
idiot.
with idiots right now. Just covered up with.
He didn't.
Look at
play
the
off that
mayor of
one.
New York. I mean, good night.
God. Did y'all see the clip of him talking about killing all infidels? That was wonderful and
Wait,
not
what?
scary at all. Oh yeah.
What?
I think he's speaking at a town hall or at a mosque or something. And he's talking about like how much he appreciates his Muslim, community and blah, blah, blah. And he's praying, I believe. And the sentence "kill all infidels" comes out of his mouth.
Okay.
Well, did anybody have any
Okay.
doubt that's what he believed?
No, and that's what I'm saying.
mean,
It's just rich
one of
when
the
all
tenets.
these.
It's one of the
These-
tenets.
But don't
It
say
goes
it out
back.
loud.
Well, I mean, we all know what the tenets are, and if you're part of the club,
I'm
you know
glad he
what
said
the
it out loud, like blasted everywhere. If I was, I don't know. It's just like, it blows my mind that there's people that will say that if I have a problem with him saying kill all infidels, that I'm Islamophobic. Like, correct. Yes. And proud. I don't care. Like, that is so scary. Are you kidding me?
You don't want to
And
be
you're in our country,
raped
in
and
elected
enslaved.
office.
Yeah, you're Islamophobic. Fine. No, I
Like,
just
everyone should be.
that's that. Was that during the Ramadan when he
I don't
visited?
know. I need to go back and find it. I can send it to you. But it's literally, I was just scrolling on Twitter and I was in New York when I saw it. So I was like,
Oh,
I
great.
can't look at this right now or I'm literally going to freak out. But
Hey, what is New York like? Is it scary or are we all overreacting? I mean, we went to Chicago probably 2 years ago for a baseball game. This was in the middle of like BLM and all that kind of stuff. And people are like, oh my gosh, you're going to die. Well, I felt totally safe. No, we didn't go to South Side. But is New York what it looks like from us?
New York is fine. It's like, it's
Okay.
the same that it's always been, in my opinion. Like, don't go to dangerous parts. Don't be an idiot. Like, I think there's dangerous people and dangerous things everywhere you go if you're going to be in the wrong places at the wrong time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if walk somewhere with a purpose, know where you're going, and it's always so crowded. I think it would be hard for anything super crazy to happen. But I did notice a lot of people with their, what is it called? Like they're called a prayer or whatever. But I saw that more this time than I have in previous times. And I feel like I've gone like 12 times in the past couple of years.
I mean, you could be here at the Rightside studio and be mauled by a bear. Right?
I know. And I really I don't know. It's scarier to me, the people that voted him in office think the way that they think versus anything that's like crime and like whatever. Cause that's always been in New York. You know what I mean?
Did you see the lady on TV? I think it was yesterday, because he's passed this new tax on these,
the grocery stores.
No, it was on the homes.
The Pierre
Pierre
de
to tear tax.
The tear. Tear.
Pierre to tear.
Oh, no,
And
but I
that
saw
poor
the thing where all
lady,
the
it's gotta
grocery
come up
stores.
Well, like $51,000, or she's going to lose her house.
We talked about that yesterday, I think.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. He's doing something. He's starting to unveil his government-run grocery stores where like everything's free. You know how that goes. And
I bet that'll be dandy.
yeah, and all of the other grocery stores in New York are actually coming out and being like, no, like this cannot happen.
They're suing him. That's the funniest part. And this is what we always talk about, that eventually you eat your own when you're on the left, because their logic doesn't, it's just a circular firing squad. And that's exactly what's happening. The immigrant grocery store owners are suing Mamdani for his taxpayer funded grocery stores because they're going to put them out of business. So he's putting his own people out of business.
Sure.
What?
Well, look, let's face it. Socialism,
Let's be honest,
headed to communism. Okay. Socialism is just commie light. Okay. It's failed everywhere it's tried. It has never succeeded. It was tried here in America with some of the early pilgrims, and they starved to death. Okay. It don't work. It has never worked. And as Ronald Reagan said, it belongs on the scrap pile of history because it just doesn't work. But now here is the part. It's an easy sell to the uninformed masses because you're Santa Claus. Hey, this is free. This is free. This is free. And guess what? We're going to make that bad guy pay for it over there because he got rich illegally. He took advantage of people. That's the only way he could get rich. We're going to take his money, take his house, and we're going to give it to you. And it's free. Free childcare, free medical, free groceries, free. So it's, oh yeah, I'll sign up for that. I love Santa Claus. Don't y'all?
Yeah, and
It's an
especially
easy
Gen
sale.
Z. I mean, Caitlin, this is really y'all's fault. So can you pull
You
it
know,
together?
people say that, but is it not the generation before us on how we were raised fault?
That's it. I'm glad she
Well
said it.
played. Well played.
Well, it wasn't
Because
this generation.
this
What
is
was
actually a
wrong?
really good point. I was talking about this with my friends recently. Like, we grew up with parents that worked so hard, and 9 out of 10 times came from a much like lower socioeconomic class than they finished in. And we never saw the work part of it. We just saw the like, hey, we have a great childhood. I never really wanted for anything. And so I've always gotten things that, not in like a spoiled way, but almost in a way of like, we just don't know any different.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you what Caitlin used to tell me? She
No,
would want something at the store.
This is great.
She would want something at the store, and I would say, Caitlin, I
Family
can't afford
stories.
that. I don't have money for that. Okay. She said, just go to the bank and get something. Just go. She thought that we just went by the bank and they handed it out, and then we go get what we wanted.
It is our
But as
fault.
a kid sitting in the back, when I see mom drive through and I'm like, okay, she shoots a tube up, they send it back. She's got some cash. I have a sucker. Let's hit the store. Like I don't see the issue of that logic as a toddler.
Caitlin, let me ask you this. Can I get your opinion on equal rights? How do you feel about equal rights for
You
women?
know how I feel about this. All right.
See, I'm all for equal rights for everybody.
Okay, this is
So am I. But I will say I could shoot someone in the face who decided that we should be working like 9 to 5 and be in the like, no. Like, and if this is actually really funny. When I used to work for Congressman Carl and answer phones from constituents all day, I got a phone call. This lady, angry at everyone, at the world, whatever. And she was like, you are just working for someone who wants you barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. And I was like, ma'am, if I could be barefoot and pregnant in a kitchen. Do you think I'd be sitting in one of the most expensive cities in the world, making $55,000 a year, answering your phone call? No. So thank you for that, but no. I just think we've lost the whole nuclear family thing. And I think that's what made America what it is now, a huge part of it at least. And it's almost frowned upon nowadays if you want to be a mom full time. And as moms know, that is a full-time job, arguably harder than most corporate jobs. So I think that I would love to see the return of like praising the stay-at-home mom, because this girl wants to be one.
You think your mom has a pretty good job?
Oh, my mom does the best job. She's the best one in the world. And that's
we
what
already went over her daily schedule, and it sounds pretty nice to be
really
Betty Bussey.
grueling, you know. But
She
I
already
think
sent me a picture of the vacuum cleaner and said the fairies broke in and cleaned the house.
she's so funny. She gets so defensive. But the thing is, I just, I don't know. I think there's a lot of value to it. And I can't imagine being a kid and like not having my mom, pick me up from school every day. And I know that's not a luxury for everybody. So I'm not, if you want to work or have to work, then that's great. But the way I was raised, at least, I can't imagine coming home from school and like not having mom in the car or like not having mom and dad at home. We got lucky because dad 9 out of 10 times was also home because they were off the air early. So I'm used to that.
Well, I got a nap a lot of days. Yeah. But, they wasn't up when I left. So I got my 9 or 10 in. I just got it early.
But we had really like one thing that dad made us do. And, obviously as I got older, there were some times where I was like, okay, this is so dumb. But he was like, every night we're sitting at the dinner table, whether it be here or at a restaurant, we're not going to be on our phones and we're going to talk as a family. That's what we're doing. And as I've gotten to be where I am now, I see the value in that. And
thank you.
I think it's just the whole nuclear family thing is totally lost. And I think that we should bring it back. It's also, I don't know, it's just created a bunch of problems. Like this economy, you can't not work. You know what I mean? You can't afford it. So I don't know. It's weird thinking about, next phases of people that are my age, their life is starting a family and whatever. And what are you going to do? Like just not work? Like you can't. Then you have to afford childcare and then all the things like that. So it's just interesting to see like where our country's going. I think you're going to see the stay-at-home mom thing is going to be such a luxury for only the richest of the rich. And it's so sad because I think that really is so valuable.
Well, I think we're all to some degree guilty of chasing the American dream. I mean, we think of the American dream as a good job, a good house. And I don't think that's dead. I think it's something we should still want, but it has turned into, the prices of housing and all of this. We're all trying to climb up the ladder, and to a fault to some degree. I mean, we've lived in some nice neighborhoods. I grew up very, very low middle class.
You drove a plow and a mule.
I have. Well, I've seen it done. I drove a tractor, but my mother plowed with a mule.
You don't ride the mule.
No, you plow with a mule.
But you hold the thing.
You hold the plow. Yeah.
Yeah, you hold the plow. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've never seen that.
And yeah, I mean, that's all they had. And so I think for me, during my lifespan of 62 years now, I've seen things change dramatically from families that had a mule and plowed to cars that drive themselves and have fart machines built into them. So it's been a big change over my lifetime, big change.
And I do want to clarify, like, dad loves to like paint the picture of like, oh, you just don't want to work. You just don't want to work. I think I have a very strong work ethic.
I didn't say that today. Yeah. You're dead on today. I'm very proud of what you said. I agree with you 100%. And we don't always say that.
Yeah, I would never actually. So thank you for that on the record publicly. So I'm going to love going to screen record that. But I love my job. I love to work, but I just think that, having kids and raising them, if you can stay home, it's the most important thing ever.
It's a blessing to get to do that.
Totally.
Someday we need to talk 19th Amendment, but we won't do that today.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
I'll spare you though.
But I remind Caitlin that because of all this equal rights, that she could be toting a rifle one of these days in South Korea. So,
yeah.
Oh, I joke with my coworkers all the time. I'm like, I have the cutest outfit for war. I have this like Obviously hoops.
Hat and
then,
hoops.
like slick back bun. I have this camo mini skirt from Free People, and then some probably fry boots of some sort. And I imagine like a long sleeve, but I think a tank top is like more fit for the climate of like where most wars take place. But I don't, you never know.
Well, it would depend on the time of year. Allison, have you ever been hunting?
Yes.
Never.
You've never been hunting?
I've never, y'all. I
Now,
didn't
listen, I
have a
will say
dad
this.
growing up.
I'm proud of my daughter. She has killed multiple deer and can outshoot most of the boys. with
I
a
think
deer
it has
rifle.
to be just deer in the family.
Are you really
11
Deer.
points.
not in a high fence, like legit?
No, it was in a high fence. That one.
Okay,
was.
but that's still you still have to do some work
Well, you've
there.
done some in, some out.
Man,
Dad
But you
doesn't
can
like
handle-
taking
you
it
can
because I
handle a
like
rifle.
that.
I have not. I didn't have a dad.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I have a dad, but anyway, I didn't grow up with him. So, and I don't know. East Tennessee hunting is not what it is down here. Y'all are some other.
East Tennessee.
I grew up in
I-
Knoxville. That
I-
it's a union city, basically.
Well, still, they still hunt around there.
They do, but not like they do here. I'm impressed. Do you have your re-education camp outfit picked out?
No, not yet.
You probably could wear the same thing.
Yeah.
I bet it's
But
cold as
such a
camp,
funny
so-
bit. Like we talk about it at our
Exactly.
office all the time. Like if we get drafted, they're gonna be so sorry.
Allison, I have to tell you this funny about deer hunters. Okay.
Okay.
I met a general once upon a time, and he actually worked on Schwarzkopf's staff during the Desert Storm.
Oh,
And he was in charge of calling up
we
National
are
Guard
really
units.
close.
He was Allison, he was in charge of calling up National Guard units. And
I'm serious.
he told me, he
Schwarzkopf.
said he would call and say, okay, we need a unit that purifies water. We got one in New Jersey, we got one in, Arizona, and we got one in Georgia. And the commander would say, send me the guys from Georgia. Well, then they would need a signal corps, and they would say, well, we got a group from Alabama, we got a group from New York State, and we got a group from Connecticut that can do that. And they'd say, well, send me the Alabama guys. He said all of the commanders were wanting the Southern National Guard. And he finally asked one of them, he said, why do y'all keep wanting the Southern guys? What is going on here? He said, they know how to shoot a gun.
Mm.
They all grew up deer hunting, and they're good shots. And we want them in case things go south. I thought that was interesting.
when you were growing up here, did you have your rifle in the back of your truck when you went to high school?
Nice accent. I didn't every day. It did happen. I remember very clearly junior, senior year, we would be in the parking lot before school. Someone would have a gun with a deer rifle or something. We would all be looking at it. We would safely make sure that it's not loaded. We would look through the scope at different things. And
That's
even
wild.
some of our teachers would come out and we would talk about the gun, and people would trade guns and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
See, guns don't scare me. I feel like I'm not scared to be around them or whatever. But if someone was just, up with a gun in the Briarwood parking lot, I would not pull into school. I would just turn around and go home. But
Well, yeah. And I understand that now, but back then it was not a scary thing. We were more concerned with, hey, what kind of gun is that? And what do you want for it? That kind of thing, because we hadn't had this rash of shootings that we've had since 1982. But it was much more laid back then. I mean, it wasn't crazy. I mean, there wasn't like 20 of them out there, but they would occasionally be a gun and somebody would be looking at it. It wasn't that big a deal.
I don't remember guns in my Knoxville high school, but we did have a smoking pit for a little while. Did y'all have those?
We
still?
had what was called a smoking hall, and it was a sidewalk with a yellow line around it. And if you were smoking, you had to be in that box. And
because
you had
that
to-
smoke can't go.
And you're right. And you had to have
for it.
permission from your parents to get into smoking hall. And I remember our 7th grade went with our high schoolers all the way
Oh
through.
gosh!
So in 7th grade, it was a real educational thing to be around, bigger kids. And I remember the smoking hall. That was so fun. And it just looked like there was a fire out there. There was so much smoke going on.
Can you believe that though? I mean, Caitlin, can you imagine guns and cigarettes at Briarwood?
Ew, people got expelled for much less than that at Briarwood.
Well, I don't know that wasn't a good thing, though. Maybe we carried it a little far.
I don't know. I think there's like, with the whole gun thing, I think it's just safety. Like if we grew up around them, so I've never been, I know how to use one. I'm not scared of it. And if, God forbid there be a situation where I need to use one, I know how to. But Dad always says, he's like, if you point a gun at someone, be ready to kill someone or die yourself. And I'm like, that's great advice. Because there's very few situations where I would warrant that to happen.
And we're talking about, combat here, or, somebody using it personally. And my dad did tell me that. Would you like to guess what age I had my first gun, Allison?
Like you run around with it on your hip?
No.
Or is this a rifle?
My dad bought me a rifle.
8.
You're dead on. 8 it was.
Mm-hmm.
And
you throw it across your shoulders and.
Well, it was in the closet. It was in his closet. And he said, we didn't have a gun lock. We didn't have a gun safe. He said, don't touch that. I'm going to tear your hiney up. And he meant it. So you know what I did? I didn't touch it. To this day, when I pick it up, I'm a little just double check.
You still have it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a lever action, and I love the rifleman.
Oh, wait. Do you have a job you have to go to?
I do. I love y'all. I got to go, though.
Caitlin, don't. Tell me it ain't so.
It's so. Yeah. But I love you guys. I can't wait to go back and watch all of it.
Maybe don't. Hey, have a great day.
Hopefully we'll not be eaten by a bear before the show's up.
Y'all too. Get Hunter out of the parking lot if he's not already.
Because he's a prime target. That bear sees him. We're going to have a bear on the door up here.
Big cheese.
Big cheese.
All right. I love y'all. Bye.
Thanks, KK.
I guess we should take a break real quick, too.
Well, we can go until 10:54. It's his perfect time to play the montage until the end.
Wait.
Or the word of the day.
I think we should do the word of the day.
Well, can we fit that in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, roll it. Let's hear it.
Okay. Are we?
What do you want to do? The word of the day first?
I don't care. You're the producer. You tell me.
BUBBA on the lake. Hey, wishing I could listen to the show every day. Hey, gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on BUBBA on the lake in the mellow yellow studio, putting on a show. Betty say what? She always on the go. We got Hunter Bus sitting at master control. Don't wanna miss a moment, cause Bubba's got the flow. BUBBA on the lake. Hey, wishing I could listen to the show every day. Hey, gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on BUBBA on the lake. Hey,
BUBBA.
BUBBA.
We're out of time.
That is a great jingle.
That I'm sweating.
That is good.
Was that one of your listeners? I'm sorry.
Yes, send it in.
That sang
AI.
it?
That's AI done.
That's AI, yeah.
Yep. Copyright free.
Wait, we can do that.
You can.
That's good.
Do y'all realize all the things Chat GTP and Gronk and all that'll do now is ridiculous?
Gronk.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
GTP.
What did I say?
GTP.
What did I say?
And Gronk.
GTP.
GTP. Oh, that was a car.
I was going to say, I think that's a.
Sorry. I hadn't hosted in a while. A little rusty.
Okay, don't cheat because I normally cheat. Amy Beth reads it and then don't look. All right, this word means to persuade someone in a clever or deceptive way to do something.
I thought you were going to say the word and I was supposed to say
no,
what it
you
did.
have to. Oh.
You just did it backwards.
No, this is the way we do it.
Yeah, that's the way. We say the definition.
I guess I lied to you before the show.
Yeah.
Okay, say it again.
To persuade someone in a clever or deceptive way to do something. Basically what I did to you when I said, do you want to host the show?
Entice.
Oh, that's really good. It can also mean to get something in a clever or deceptive way, which is...
Well, I mean, that could be 100 different words.
Okay, here's it in a sentence. Their attempts to blank the information from her were eventually fruitful.
This is like Jeopardy. This is like Jeopardy, man. We're doing it backwards.
What does it start
with? To
with?
persuade someone in a clever or deceptive way.
Gaslight.
No.
Oh, that's pretty good. Starts with an I. Y'all have never heard this word,
Okay, well, then
but
I'll
I
give
kind of
up.
like it.
Well, hit it. What is it?
I can't even say it.
Inveigle.
Inveigle.
Inveigle. Sounds kind of wrong.
It does.
I thought that's like when you squeezed your inside real hard. It was an inveigle. Is that not right? Is that not what a vagal is? When you squeeze real hard, you tighten up your core muscles. Is that a vagal? And an inveigle, if it's inside, right? An inveigle. Well, we've lost Alex. We're going to do some inveigles during the break here, and we'll be right back.
How are you?
We're fuzzy.
Y'all are fuzzy?
We're fuzzy.
So fuzzy.
Here.
It makes me want to do.
Y'all still fuzzy?
Yeah.
Did you watch that show when you were little?
Only because it was okay. So sometimes I had to go stay with our neighbors because my mom, single mom, worked like 3 jobs, and I would have to go stay with the neighbors, and they were old grandparents, and they watched it every single day.
Did you get good at it?
It actually kind of makes me feel funny when I see it now.
Really?
It takes me back to, like early 80s, just everything feels like the world was kind of off. Isn't that kind of deep?
Yeah, it's deep.
Yeah, so does Days of Our Lives.
That ain't better.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
we're
thank
back.
you.
That's much better.
Days of Our
did you do?
Lives.
Got to disconnect my phone to the Wi-Fi sometimes.
Oh, I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
I just turns it off. There we go.
Days of
Wow.
Our Lives. I didn't learn to love the show until I was in college.
Wait a second. Is that the like soap opera show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Jack and
wait,
Jennifer.
no, it wasn't that. My grandparents every day watched The Young and the Restless.
Oh.
Like when in the summers, my sister and I, yes, my sister and I would be there in the summer days, and every day at that time, it was like, okay, turn the SpongeBob off, get out.
We're gonna watch our stories.
Yeah, like my grandmother would come in and be like, get out. She's like, y'all go play outside, okay?
Yes.
It's time.
I knew that Chris Shaver was the right man for me when I don't know where we were. I mean, we met and married in 14 months. So, I mean, come on. But we were, I guess, had moved to Charleston, and he hadn't started residency yet. And he was like, oh, no, we got to watch Days. I'm like, what? What did you say? He was like, no, we got to watch Days. Like I planned my lunch around Days when I was at Southern. I'm like, oh, I love you. Because my roommate,
cracks me
Kimberly, all kind of fun things along the way. But that one was one of them that I was like, I married well.
I bet he liked Dr. Victor Kiriakis.
Oh, yes, he did.
He's like, I'm going to be him someday. And he is.
I mean, that's exactly who he is.
That's really funny. We would wake up when I was in college. We would get ready to. It was back when Sports Center was really good. Yeah. Yeah. It was on in the mornings. Yeah.
What you watch?
And it was funny.
Like,
Sports Center.
But was there like a particular show, or was it when Sports Center was just like
It was just,
hour after hour
Stuart
of
Scott.
good sports?
it was Scott
Oh,
Van Pelt.
man, he
and-
was
Scott
good.
Van Pelt, Stuart Scott, rest in peace. He was the GOAT.
Yeah. It was just really, really good. So Chris is getting ready to Days.
Mm-hmm.
We're over there getting ready to.
We can get to
Sports
Muslim.
Center.
We can get to Muslim Women after this, but that is a genuine, like, you turn on Sports Center and ESPN now, it is so bad. There's no life. There's no nothing. Like, Sports Center was funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got guys who were really good at their job and genuinely loved the sports that they were talking about, and like Stuart Scott and the booyah. Like he was like every morning for school was watching Sports Center with Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch or whatever, and like that hour when I was before I went to school was Sports Center, and it was a good watch.
Look
But
at his
now,
eyes light up.
that was my
I
childhood.
mean, wow. Look at you.
Rest in peace.
Aw.
But yeah,
JP.
you turn it on now and it's like
They've got their supermodels there to manage the conversation so the men don't get too out of line
yeah.
and remain emasculated. And we only say nice and civilized things, which
Scott-
ruined the network.
Scott Van Pelt's still good, but he's on so late.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's after my bedtime.
Hmm.
When I think Sports Center now, all I hear is love is love. That's really like it's like the want. That's pretty much their agenda.
Y'all remember Scott Van Pelt's reaction when he saw the guys kissing on New Year's Eve?
Yes.
He goes, "Look at all the the
It's good.
That was good.
All right,
Anywho,
is it time?
It's time.
Time for the
Muslim
minute with Charlie.
Is the fastest growing religion in Texas, the United States, and in the world. My name is Inshira Dahir. I am a history major and a proud Palestinian American Muslim social studies teacher in Texas. I've taught elementary through high school students for almost 15 years. These children cannot yet distinguish a fact from an opinion, and we want to dump Al-Qaeda on fourth graders. Before you teach a child about falsehoods.
so welcome back, y'all, to the right side, the wrong side. I don't know what side we're on today. We're just here. We're just here. I'm Allison Sinclair,
And I'm Bill Bubba Bussey.
the Bill Bubba Bussey. JP's here. I look over at JP and he's just kicked back like there's nothing I can do.
Oh yeah, I've
We're just here.
Well, I feel better because in the break, Allison helped us all inveigle. And, I've been really working that. It's good.
Hunter.
I feel better.
JP, what do you think? Do you think, okay, let's play the montage and at
Yeah.
least we can get some news out. I'm not sure if Bubba and I will have anything to add to it.
Does Bubba know the montage, what it is?
Well, he's about to find out.
Roll it, baby.
Here we go.
Black for news.
He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like. Only his true friends would understand that, but he wanted it for the good of our country.
Lindsay, he was often unfairly characterized as a warmonger. I've heard that false criticism a lot. It's not true.
There was no confidentiality between the minor with the case manager. You could be sitting right next to the other and you could be hearing the story of the other person. So there was no privacy. And even if these children were being harmed by these other minors, they couldn't really say anything.
Dr. Fauci, were you ever made aware of gain-of-function research on monkeypox being conducted at the National Biodefense Analysis and Countermeasure Center and back at Fort Detrick?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Voters favoring photo ID to vote. Among all voters, we're talking 77%. And this is uniform, basically, or universal, I should say. Universal. Democrats, 62%. Independents, 77%. Republicans, 95%.
As you may have seen, there are a few of us who have been suggesting that maybe August is not a good time for the Senate to take a month-and-a-half long recess with a number of things that need to be getting done, including and especially the Save America Act. Maybe this is not the right time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we start with, see, we always said his name, Winsey Graham. It seems wrong to do that now.
It does. It does, Allison. Thank you for being respectful.
Winsey Whip.
He was a strong conservative. You can say what you want to about him, but he held the conservative banner up, voted that way, supported candidates that voted that way. So, for that, I am thankful.
Well, I included that part because Hannity went up and spoke right after Trump and almost called him out without even saying it, which I thought was interesting.
Trump says he's a hawk, never met a war he didn't like. And then Sean Hannity says it's not true. So which one was it?
Right after him?
Well, Trump is always going to put a little exaggeration, a little comedy into his comments. And I think he was saying what people said about it. And then Hannity says those people were wrong. I don't think he was. It looks like he's counteracting Trump, but I think Trump was saying people say that he does this. So little technicality there.
I had forgotten that Trump and Lindsay did not like Lindsey did not like Trump at first.
No, he didn't.
Was
He
very, very anti-Trump.
remember Trump gave his phone number
Yep.
out.
Wait,
Remember
what?
2016 presidential
Yeah.
primary.
He gave his phone number out live and, blew his phone up. He had to get a new one. And they were not running on the same page, but then as time went on, they did. They worked very close together.
How do you feel about Darlene in South Carolina running?
I really don't know anything about her. I don't know the whole deal. I think having a family member finish a term has been a historical thing that has happened a lot of times. You don't always have to do that, but it happens a lot. And then I think the voters of South Carolina will have to make their own decision next time.
I have a real problem. And here's the thing. I've been real mouthy on X about the Senate seat and who's going to fill it. And people are like, you're from Alabama. Why do you even care? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Alabama. And you remember Senator Doug Jones that gave the entire nation Obamacare, basically?
Yeah.
You should care what is happening in other states. Those days are over of not caring. And it just makes me nervous because they won't let her talk to the press. I mean, in a week's time, she dropped her last name. She became a senator and is running for re-election. And I just think that sounds a little...
Well, we have to trust the American people. And I know that's tough to do in some areas, but I think the people of South Carolina will make up their own decision in the election process. She'll have to get out and run. She'll have to have her own voice. She can't just run saying, hey, I'm related to Lindsey. And it'll work itself out. We have to have faith.
I was going to say, you have a lot
Let's
more
have
hope.
faith.
Allison's the black pillar.
I'm the realist.
Allison, have faith, just a little faith. A little bit will move a mountain.
They gave us Biden.
Well, we don't always get it right, but we hopefully fix it. Look, I remember, and this is somewhat disheartening. Okay, I remember liberalism in its full glory. And I remember Ronald Reagan going in, beating Jimmy Carter barely, by the way, first term. The country was in a malaise. We had gas lines. You had to buy gas on odd and even tag days. Do you remember that? Are you old enough to remember that?
I don't think so.
I remember being a Little League baseball player.
What do you mean? You could only buy...
Not only was gas prices high, which, we've had now, there wasn't any gas. So you had to get in line. And you could only buy it on an odd or even day based on the last number of your tag. So and this is what would happen. People would be in line all day to get to the gas pump. You get right there, they're out of gas.
What year is this?
This is before Reagan went in first term, which would have been 80. This was 78, 79.
I was just being born.
And
wow,
just a babe in the woods.
I was just a baby.
So we had to, and Jimmy Carter even called it a national malaise or something, was the term going around. And Reagan comes in with hope and he says, look, our better days are in front of us, not behind us. We're going to cut regulation. We're going to do this, do that. It's going to bring unemployment down. Investment's going to go up. And he turned the country around in 4 years to the point that in 1984, when he ran, he won every state except Minnesota, which is where his opponent was from, Walter Mondale, who was Carter's VP. And he only lost it by a few thousand. Can you imagine a day today where California, New York, Illinois, all of that votes for a Republican for president?
No.
I mean, so
No.
I thought at that point, liberalism is dead. They have finally seen the error of their ways. We bring back the golden hope of the American dream with Reagan. That's why he was so beloved. He had the Russians on the run. They were all over the globe when Jimmy Carter was in, and he shut them down. And it was just a whole nother thing. You just felt bright. You felt happy. It was part of the 80s was the greatest decade mankind has ever seen.
I mean, the World's Fair.
I wish we
Everybody
would go
was happy.
back to the 80s and celebrate it again. But Reagan did that, and I thought that we were going to see the end of liberalism because it had been proven wrong, but it just keeps coming back. It's like weeds in the garden. It never goes away.
But the problem is, I wouldn't even call it liberalism now. It's communism. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
problem.
Well, it's all to the left. I mean, it just goes further and further. And I really think the Democrats have a problem because the far left, Mayor of New York and all his buddies, have taken over the party. And it's not the Democratic Party of my parents
No.
anymore. And that's one. I remember my mom coming in 1980. We were sitting at the table and she says, well, my granddad would roll over in his grave because I voted Republican first time in my life. But she said that the Democrats left her. She didn't leave them. I still believe what I believe. They went off. And that was in 1980.
Yep.
So look at it now, 40 years later. I mean, we have outspoken communists running the Democratic Party, which is scary.
And according to Caitlin, it's our fault.
Well,
I mean, there's
again,
some truth in what she's saying.
As big a failure as communism is, it still is an easy sell to the masses because it's Santa Claus. Here, free, free, free. Everybody loves free.
Yep.
We all like a free T-shirt, you know. We all want a free tank of gas. We want free food, you know. So it's an easy sell, but it doesn't work. It doesn't hold up. It can't hold up. And it's failed every time. And even people who will say, well, what about China? Well, China has switched to a more capitalistic system. Now, their leadership is still communist, or dictator would be a better term for it. But their economy is very much like ours. That's the only way they learned that in the field. They said, we got to do something. We're all riding around on bicycles here. This ain't going to cut it, you know. So they have transitioned all but in name and actual top of their government to a more open market.
You might want to hit the pivot button, but when you said China. See, we're too close. You can't do that. You're knocking me off. Okay.
Come on in here.
You said China, and it reminded me of data centers.
Oh my gosh. Are you going to get me started on that?
I am,
Okay.
because I have a feeling you have an opinion.
Oh, I do.
And I would enjoy hearing it.
My favorite thing is to see a group of people protesting data centers with a cell phone in their hand and ordering something from Amazon. That has to be my all-time favorite.
That's good.
I do not understand, and I have yet to see any real evidence of this panic of data centers. Now, I've heard they're going to suck the electricity out of our house. I mean, our lights are going to dim. We're not going to have any water left. And we're going to have more noise than jet airplanes landing down the street. That just ain't true. It ain't true. I don't know where this panic come from, and I don't know who these people are that are pushing it. If you love websites, if you love your computer, if you love your cell phone, we got to have data centers. Where do you think this stuff is coming from? They're coming from servers. Servers have to be put together in server farms, which are what data centers are. There may have been one or two that had a problem. I don't know. But y'all, if they pay their own power bill and it ain't dimming my lights, what do I care? If they use water and I still have water and plenty of pressure, what do I care? I mean, while there might be a touch of concern, the outpouring is nowhere. It's so out of line. I don't know. I don't know who's funding this and why, but the data center scare, I mean, it's worse than having a prison in your neighborhood now. You know, what in the world? Are you one of them? Are you out protesting? No data? You got a sign?
I'm not protesting, but I do. No, I don't. I haven't made my sign yet.
You know, you earn your living with servers, right?
Yeah,
and those servers have to be somewhere.
I just think it's weird how much they are being pushed all of a sudden. And if you can't ask questions about it, they're coming. They're coming to Alabama. They're coming to places around our state that you may or may not want them there. Several counties,
and
cities
it's good
have
money to build those and maintain those.
But I don't like that we can't ask questions. You know, it's like both sides are so staunch that we can't even have a conversation about it.
You know, we've had data centers all in town here for long as I can remember.
Like the ones they want to put in.
And you would think we would be suffering these horrendous effects of data centers if they were already here. I've heard this thing about diesel generators. They have to have generators to back up the power. Okay.
Wait, what's that? I don't know the diesel generator.
Oh, I've heard that we have diesel generators running day and night, and it's noisy. It sounds like a railroad, locomotive and all that. Everything that is important electrically has generator backup. Okay. And they may be diesel generators. And guess what? They exercise them once a week for about 20 minutes to make sure they're ready to go. that is not a catastrophic noise event. If you have a home generator,
Mm-hmm.
it exercises once a week. If it's
Mhm.
not,
On
it's got a
Wednesdays.
problem. See, well, you're causing noise pollution. You ought to shut that down.
Yeah, it's loud.
For
But
20 minutes.
For 20 minutes. But do you not? I think this is a holdover from COVID in my head. That's the last time really some things were shoved down our throats of what we had to do and what we had to accept, and there wasn't a discussion about it. I think these AI data centers are coming, but can we not just talk about it and at least acknowledge? You don't generally get anywhere when you just say, we're doing this. That's it.
Well, if somebody, and I think you're probably like I am, I'm libertarian when it comes to property. If it's my property and I'm paying for it, then I ought to be able to do what I want to with it within the zoning laws of whatever I'm in. Right. And I think some of this is just so overblown. It's ridiculous. And we have to have servers to have all this stuff we have. So, I mean, where is the ideal place to put them? All out in the desert? I mean, there's some out there. Amazon owns 80% of the servers in the world, and they lease them out to people like the Rightside, who's podcasting and, all that kind of stuff. We've got to, it's like saying I want a car, but I don't want a highway. You have to have servers and data centers if we're going to have computer stuff. I mean, it's just part of it. So, and again, I don't have a problem with asking questions. I don't have a problem with debating it. I don't have a problem talking about it. It just seems like the response is so over the top. And it's almost like it's orchestrated, that somebody's got out there. And I don't know who's against servers. I really don't. Nobody with a computer.
Did you see them screaming yesterday, the protesters in front of with Trump speaking?
Oh, I'm sure. Everywhere he
goes. It was kind of crazy.
Was it about data centers?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
They were protesting.
Well, Elon already sees this problem. And he said he's just going to put his in orbit and use solar panels, which will take care of that. And then you don't have any issue with it. So, but not all of us have rockets that are available to us to launch. So,
well, I do think that.
How do you do that?
I mean, we're in
put them in orbit.
We're in an AI arms race with our adversaries.
Yes, we are.
So
you're correct.
Do you think China is the one pushing the propaganda? And
if I was China, I would be protesting in the U.S. to stop all research, development, and anything to do with computers, and that appears to be what we're seeing.
Do we kind of need to view it as the space race?
It is. It is.
It's the new frontier.
It's a technology race with a new type of technology that has come out and is absolutely incredible. I mean, what it can do and how fast it can do it is, I mean, it's what the early computer guys dreamed of.
Well,
here it is.
I will say this. I do have problems with AI, but also there's a lot of great parts of AI that I use every day for work.
Sure.
That bop.
Right. Exactly.
That Bubba on the Lake bop.
I think it's very reasonable. It's reasonable to have concerns about where it could go, but if it's going to happen either way, I prefer us to be in the driver's seat and win it than our adversaries.
That's a whole nother topic. AI.
Yeah.
And how it can work. Let me give you a good example. And anything we have, keep in mind, can be used for good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Guns, cars, you name it. If people are involved, they will find a way to use it negatively. But like when I was diagnosed with liver cancer a few years ago, after a gallbladder attack, the doctors used to get, they'd look at all your results and they'd sit around and decide how to treat you, usually a group. Well, the group I had also had AI, and they can feed like 150 different physical metrics into the AI. Body type, blood type, age, all this stuff. And the AI would compare you to 50,000 other people exactly like you that had that same tumor and look at what they did to treat it and look at the outcome and then give you a suggestion. I mean, that's just good math, right?
Wow.
And luckily, in my case, the doctors make their decision. They checked with AI. It was the same thing, and I had to have nothing else done. I've been 4 years in remission. One more, I'm cured. So that's a good use of AI. Now, You know, we can do bears climbing towers and all that kind of stuff too. That's fun to play with, but I'm sure there's some evil that could be done too. So again, JP, I think you make a good point. Any technology, we want to be the leader in it. We don't want to be lagging.
If it's going to happen, at least the United States win it, win the AI race.
Yeah, I agree. Always.
JP, that second clip, what was that? The children?
So yes, let me,
Did you know what that was?
I don't even remember the clip. Okay.
I'll pull
I'm
up.
62. I've early on said, I don't even know who I am or where I'm at right now.
That's
Somebody
why you got
come
a
get
driving
me.
car.
Somebody come get me right now.
This was one of the migrant child abuse camps where it was under Biden's administration with the migrant crisis with the kids that were, I can't remember the exact number of kids that were missing.
He had child abuse camps.
There were, it says Becerra tapes. I'm not sure where Becerra
camps
is.
where they were abusing children.
Right. And this was a whistleblower that was speaking about the camps and the abuse that happened there. But also, it wasn't in that clip. There's a 7-minute long interview with the whistleblower. There's another part of it where she talked about how there was basically no guardrails about who the kids went to. Like if anybody came and claimed, yep, I'm their guardians. Okay. And that's how you end up losing hundreds of thousands of migrant kids. But
so was that a human trafficking operation run by our government, or am I
I think, look, I'm going to give the government the benefit of the doubt here. And that's hard for me to do.
Nice.
That's hard for me to do. They were trying to fix a problem, and as usual, made the problem worse. Dealing with the volume. I mean, we had so many people coming over the border, it just swamped all of our ability, which again, why were we allowing people to do that? I fear that they were trying to turn Texas blue so that they could control national politics. That's the evil side of it. But anytime you have kids involved, you got to be real careful with what you're dealing with. And these people were not staff trained and have the resources to check this out,
So when things like that happen, I mean, does it really matter what the motives were? You endangered lives and
well, the bottom line is don't have tens of thousands of people pouring into your country undocumented every day. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, we all have doors and walls that we lock at night to keep out people we don't want in. Heaven has a wall and a gate. Dare I remind you. So the controlled access is key to everything. If you don't have a border, you don't have a country. And if you don't think controlling your border is important, talk to an American Indian. That's a joke. You're supposed to laugh at that, Alice. Thank you. They didn't control their borders. You see what happened to them, right? Okay. Did you get it?
I got it. I was waiting for Allison to get it.
I got it. Bubba, I got it.
You know what you need to do, Alice?
Well, can we take a break?
You know what you need to do?
What? Squares.
Do some more inveigles.
Inveigling.
Hey, can we go to a break?
Yeah, we got 10 seconds.
Okay, we got 10 seconds. So when we come back, should we do hot flash news?
I was about to ask if you have hot flash news.
I have hot flash news.
We also have a Muslim minute we haven't talked about yet, but we can do that if you want.
I'm game.
I also want to ask you what DEI in sports looks like, because Auburn apparently is all about equitable outcomes in sports. Is that why we're losing?
Auburn needs to worry about getting 6 wins and going to a bowl game. That's what they need to worry about. And they need an offensive line to start with. And that's all that matters. Okay.
Fear the beak.
Jack State, we've been to 3 bowl games in a row.
Yeah. Why don't we just become
Auburn's sitting at home, by the way.
Beak fans, or what do you call yourselves?
The Gamecocks.
You're a Gamecock.
That's right. Fear the beak, baby.
Yep. I'm fearing the beak. We're not doing so well on the plains. We'll be back.
Teach them how to think. And I'm going to say this straight up. The more you try to suppress and villainize Islam in the classroom, the more you are doing Islam a favor. Because right now, today on the ground, Islam is the fastest growing religion in Texas, the United States, and in the world. Suppression doesn't shrink a faith, it spreads it. And you are proving that in real time. I want to end with a dua. Oh Allah, Make us among those who speak the truth and bear witness with justice.
Deport. What the pray tell is a Palestinian American Muslim? That's like saying I'm an Auburn, Alabama fan. Doesn't work. What is that? A Palestinian American Muslim.
Are you genuinely asking?
No,
Is
I'm
that
genuinely
rhetorical?
asking. So she's,
I guess, born in Palestine, came here. Kind of like African American,
I don't
Palestinian
think
American.
it's an oxymoron. You can't put all those three things together and have us take you seriously.
Yeah.
And the threat in her voice.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan. And also it was so cute that she prayed at the end of her. And they attempted to cut her off, but can you imagine if a Christian prayed at that kind of meeting? What would happen to them? They'd be escorted out. Also, what kind of requirements are involved in becoming a teacher? And especially a teacher of history? And why in the world would you say that you need to separate fact from opinion about Al-Qaeda and then go on to say, and you villainize Islam in the classroom? That's because Islam is worth villainizing. Just using your own words, just using your own books, just using your own calls to prayer that we interpret because you're saying them in Arabic and somebody translates them to English and you're calling for the murder of the infidel. So help us understand why you're threatening us. Help us understand why you still have a job. And for the love of all that's good and holy, please help all parents in the universe understand what it takes to be a teacher and what requirements allowed for somebody like that with a bunch of mixed metaphors, essentially, to be a teacher. Why doesn't anybody care enough to get her out and anybody else who thinks like her? Or was that the plan all along when we instilled Common Core back in 2007?
Well, the problem is the First Amendment. That's what they're going to claim, which is a problem in this instance. Well, we can't deny her the job. We can't fire her because of the First Amendment. I don't care. Make something up.
Yeah. Well, then it's always an issue when you put the 10 Commandments in classrooms. That's a...
You can't have that.
Yeah. Whereas the 10 Commandments is not just a religious document, it's a foundational legal document. But, it's Islam and the Quran, then that's okay. But I think I mentioned her several times, but I definitely thought about her in this clip. My teacher who was a Muslim when I was in 5th grade, and she was one of my favorite teachers I ever had. And I think back on it I didn't really, she was really the first Muslim I had come in contact with ever. But at the very least, she knew she was in a Christian Western civilization. I remember the first day of class, she allowed everybody to ask questions about, her job that she wore every day, and no questions were off limits. And then after that, nobody asked questions ever again. It's like, we got it all off our chest and then we moved on. But she did not push her religion at all. She did not try to indoctrinate. She was just like every other teacher. And again, I would have problems, with it in general, because I wouldn't want Muslim teachers, teaching my kids or teaching me. But at the very least, she knew she was in a Western Christian civilization, and she was not going to try and ruin, us and brainwash us. I mean, I remember when I was like really scared of wasps growing up, and she every day we go to recess, she make sure I was okay if I was running away from a wasp. She was a genuine nice person, and she was not like that. But I had the thought of the Muslim teachers are the ones that are invading Texas now. They're coming to indoctrinate and subvert and dominate. And I just don't know if we're at a point where it's like what's the good Muslim that's just they know the civilization they're in and they're not trying to change it versus the Muslims who are trying to indoctrinate and dominate. Are they the same? Are they just at different stages? Is there a difference? I don't know. I still wrestle with that. But at the very least, I don't think it's wrong to say trying to indoctrinate our future with Islam is antithetical to Western civilization. Like, at the very least, we can agree on that. I would hope.
I have heard from people like Raymond Ibrahim, who are experts in the subject, not just because they lived it or speak it, but because it's been their life, that there is not a difference. You have the people who call themselves Christians who buffet the Bible and go to church. They're holiday Christians, but show no other evidence of a walk. And that's who they are. They're claiming it, but they're not walking in it. If you're actually following something, you do exactly what it says. And so, as I understand it, from the Ali Beth Stuckey podcast and other things I've read from him, there is no neutral with them. Either the thing that we think are radical, and James Lindsay even said that, that's just Islam. That radical thing that we're like, ooh, that's a lot. That's
Oh shoot.
You didn't have music the whole time?
Allison. You got to plug that in. If it's gonna work. Does it go way down there? Okay, I can't reach it, and I'm not going to. Allison is now under the desk.
Okay, we're back. So sorry. This
There's
didn't
your
work.
promo.
This did not work, Bubba. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Hey, y'all.
I really appreciate being
Oh,
here.
la, la, la.
La la
La la la la la la la.
Oh, okay, y'all. We can do this.
This is
Welcome
hot
back.
flash news.
Yeah.
To the right side.
You like you're having a hot
What-
flash. over there.
We're gonna do some flashing hot news with Bubba. Hit it.
Oh yeah, we gotta do the
Excuse me.
That owns
Bubba,
me, by the way.
I've never
That's a good
had.
one.
I've never had a hot flash.
You haven't?
No, have you?
No, but I've seen a few.
That's my vision of what a hot flash feels like.
Um,
You,
You know,
disagree?
well,
What would Betty say?
all I can say is like at my house,
Mhm.
it's cold enough to hang meat in there. And I go outside on the porch just so I can survive because I refuse to wear a jacket in my own house in July.
But I think the flames and the KIV, I'm trying so hard to keep it together and produce something really good, but I just can't. I don't have what I used to have, kind of thing. That feels like a hot flash.
and the burp at the end was just for good.
That
good
was
measure.
just because.
Well, we're all glad it came out the attic and not the basement, right?
Hey, do you think who was it that pooted on the Senate floor or the House?
Oh, that was Chuck Schumer.
Did you see that,
No.
Hunter? You saw it. Do you think it was real?
Oh, it was definitely real.
The way he paused and kind of just had that,
There it is.
It sounded
There it is.
Everybody does it.
Yeah,
just
but
happens.
maybe not while you're on the Senate floor.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes especially when you
And
get
why
older.
is it so funny, though? Why is it so funny? We had a situation when Hunter was a baby. Can I tell that story right
Hunter,
quick?
what'd you do?
So, I mean, he's like 1 year old. He's in a diaper and he's sitting in a high chair, right? And we're eating supper. And he lets one rip. And me and Betty just look at each other. We don't laugh. We just look at each other. Then he starts laughing. And then we start laughing. And he didn't know that was supposed to be funny or not supposed to be done. But it was just funny. And that's why they have a fart machine in a Tesla, I guess.
Hunter, how did you not laugh?
Well, I didn't start with. I was trying to hold it in because I thought I don't need to.
Encourage it?
Yeah, but he started laughing.
And then
it was funny to him.
He just
so
kept going.
Yeah, and we
all
all
life.
got to laugh.
So let me explain the hot flash news.
Hit me.
This is where traditionally I will just read a headline and then they say swipe right if
It's like dating app news.
yeah, dating app news. Headline, okay, wait, I'm interested. Swipe right or swipe left and I just go on to the next story.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that's not going to work very well today.
Okay. You just, as I told you, I'm coachable.
Okay.
So you just tell me what you want me to do.
But this is where it gets confusing because I'm
Okay.
going to do one and then you're going to do one
Okay.
because you have two good stories.
Okay. Do it.
You got it?
Okay.
Okay. Polymarket is reporting due to high demand, TSA clarifies that live lobsters are allowed in carry-on bags so long as passengers have airline approval.
Wait, you said live lobster?
Y'all, I don't know.
Swipe right.
There's nothing else on here about it except Polymarket is saying TSA is clarifying that live lobsters are in fact allowed in carry-on bags.
Is that like a stress animal? You have to bring it with you if you're, having issues or something?
I guess.
I don't. Is that a thing? And can they live out of water?
Or are they carrying them home to eat? I mean, what's the deal?
I thought maybe y'all would know.
Well, by the way, is it true that lobsters like scream when they get boiled? I heard that from somebody. They like whistle.
He
Have y'all
grew
heard
up on
that?
a farm.
They
yell?
they do make a noise. I don't think it's a pain noise. I think it's more of a shell and temperature thing.
Like air leaving the.
It sounds like they're screaming.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I guess you.
But
didn't
you
have
know what?
lobsters
It's
on the
never
farm.
slowed me up from.
Well, I can't
getting
eat
the
them,
claws.
unfortunately.
Oh, are
Yeah.
you allergic to shellfish?
Yeah.
Really?
My whole mom's side of the family
Oh,
is.
I am so sorry because I love shrimp. Oh man, I've eat a truck full of them babies.
Crawfish. We went to a crawfish boil and we had a whole discussion about do you suck the head?
Easy. You mean the brains?
That's what it's called.
You eat the
yeah,
brains?
you eat. But technically, it's not the brains, right?
Yeah, we looked it up. It's like the liver or the pancreas. It's just
Yeah.
in
Do
their
you
head.
eat the pancreas?
I usually
yellow
have
jelly
shrimp. I
stuff?
usually have the shrimp.
You don't eat crawfish?
I'm not a big crawfish fan. I'm not against them, but
There's just not a lot of meat in the crawfish to eat.
it's a lot of work for what you get.
Yeah.
Now, lobster claw,
And
that's a
a
whole nother
shrimp
thing.
isn't?
No, I'm doing pretty.
I guess it's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a rep, Ernie Yarbrough, suck the fatty pancreas out of its head, though, right in front of me. He looked me in the
Sorry.
eyes while he did it.
The fatty pancreas. Yeah. That seems
The things we eat.
wrong.
Mm.
All right, you're up, Bubba.
Okay, I asked you about this. This is an older story. It actually happened back in November, but it was just made public a few weeks ago. A man suffered a massive heart attack at 4 a.m. while driving alone. His Tesla was remotely routed by his son from miles away and drove him straight to the ER, and it saved his life. His name is John Brandt, 55. He was driving a Tesla Model Y along Interstate 20, traveling between Atlanta and Birmingham in the early hours. His car had recently received the full service driving update, and he was engaged with the driving. The car was driving itself. He began having severe chest pains. He barely stayed conscious. He could no longer safely control the vehicle, fading in and out of consciousness. He managed to phone his son, Jack. Jack was an authorized user on the account for that Tesla. He was able to remotely change the car's navigation, redirecting it to Tanner Medical Center in Carrollton, Georgia, and alerting the hospital that the vehicle was inbound. Fighting to stay conscious, the dad, John himself, managed to switch the car's speed profile to Mad Max. That's as fast as it will go. To get there as fast as possible, the ER staff, forewarned, were waiting on him to arrive. He had a massive heart attack requiring immediate intervention on 3 blocked arteries, and told the family that if the car had pulled over and called for help, he would not have survived. Now, the backstory to that is, if you're in supervised driving, Allison, and you don't keep your eyes on the road, it will beep at you. And if you continue not to respond to that and look at the road, it has a camera watching your eyes. It will find a safe place, pull over on the side of the road. It assumes you have passed out. It will call 911 and give them your latitude and longitude so they can send help. But they're saying even in this situation with this heart attack, he would not have made it waiting on them to get there. But the son was able to take control of the car, speed it up, and send it to the nearest ER, and it saved his life.
No, that's insane.
That is crazy, isn't it?
I have a comment and a
And
question.
it happened close by here. I mean, it was on I-20, Carrollton, Georgia.
So, number one, I thought, be sure that whoever is, what do you call them? Your contacts that can.
Yeah, they're authorized users.
Authorized users are people that answer the phone. If I was your authorized user,
Oh, you'd be dead.
I wouldn't have answered and he would have died.
Yeah.
Say Allison
So-
answers about 20%.
Well,
of the time.
like,
Yeah.
you know, Betty has a profile on my car, even though she's never driven it. Hunter has a profile on my car. So Hunter could, if I called him, could take over control of it in that situation.
When you get to the hospital,
I don't know if he knows how to do it.
Yeah, but
I
I say
really,
what-
I really don't know exactly how to do
Yeah.
it.
Do
We
you have
probably
the
need
app?
to we have to practice
Yeah,
that.
I
I
have no idea
guess.
what that looks like.
I think
We need to get better at it, just in case. I mean, this store here is case in point.
you never know. I mean, that's crazy. But here's my next question. When they get to the hospital, if he's passed out, how do they unlock the doors?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to
Can
that.
the son say,
He probably could unlock it. If he could change it to Mad Max, he could
Yeah.
hit the unlock button.
well, what if
It's
he,
all on the screen. Everything is on that one screen.
How fast is Mad Max?
You have 5 driving profiles, standard being the middle one. Then you have below it chill and sloth. Sloth is going to carry you well under the speed limit, chill barely under, standard barely over, hurry about 10 miles an hour over. Mad Max is everybody get out of my way. Hey,
Does it
I'm
turn the
going
flashers on?
I'm going to a fire.
has anything sketchy ever happened to where you're like, you're driving me down the woods and
No, not that
might-
bad. If you have an error, there's one or two errors. It could be a navigation error or it could be a driving error.
does it flash error, or you just know you're not
No.
going the right way?
Well, it once or twice it has turned into a parking lot instead of a road that was right next to the parking lot entry.
Oh,
You know,
Okay.
and it does have the summons command on it. Have you seen that? It's pretty cool.
Can
On
you-
the app, I can tell the car to come to me. And it will if it's on private property. It won't cross a public road because it's not authorized to do that. But twice I've used it at a hotel when it was pouring rain. And I'm under the awning in the middle and I tell the car to pull up and it pulls up and I don't get wet. So that's kind of number one.
what if it takes out a whole row? I mean, you trust it enough that it's
Yeah. Oh yeah. It has 7 or 8 cameras. I can't remember which one that's judging visual. It's also got some radar things going on. So it knows what it's doing. It can look at 7 different things at 8 really. It's 8 cameras, 8 things at one time. I can only look at one thing at one time with 2 eyes. So and even if you go by the stats, you're 7 times safer letting it drive itself. So,
What was the one
Wow.
story with the Waymo that it drove the passengers through a gang fight in the middle of California? And
Well-
it had no idea how to reroute.
Right. I mean, it's going to take the shortest path based on its programming, and if that's a bad area, then you're in trouble. You know.
I wouldn't do the Waymos. If it was my own car, yeah, but I don't trust a Waymo.
Well, there's a lot of them out there. A lot of these cities, people will send a picture of them in a taxi basically without a driver.
Yeah.
And that's scary. I got that. I don't know that I'd want to get on that. But
if it was my own car,
I trust Elon and Tesla right now.
Aren't the
Nobody-
Waymos like a joystick? Like there's somebody sitting there driving it in
No, it's-
Bangladesh.
It's full
It's autonomous.
It's full autonomous.
Yep.
Remember the Waymos that were circling that roundabout? Nobody could get through. Huh.
That's a good one.
Huh. Okay, this is what I wanted to ask about. This was on Libs of TikTok, and I haven't looked into this. But Auburn University in Alabama has a mission statement for its athletic program focused on DEI, the Department of Athletics, in keeping with the mission of the university and in the spirit of inclusion, encouraging diversity and equitable treatment for all.
Well, Alabama was part of that too.
Who's against equal treatment for all? Who's that? Who are these people?
I'm for equal treatment, but it says equitable, and that's different. That's participation trophy stuff.
I'm sure that's left over from the Biden Obama years. They just hadn't changed it, probably.
Well, it's still
Well, now
up.
it violates state law.
Yeah.
When was it? Was it last session or the session before they passed it?
Yeah, DEI is out.
but now they just changed the name.
Is that it?
At Jack State, if that was the mission statement, what would that look like? What would inclusion, diversity, and equitable treatment look like on a field of play or a court?
Well, I don't know, because athletics is performance based. I think that would be probably more in hiring of staff and people. And look, it kind of goes back to the old golden rule: treat people like you want to be treated. If you'll act like your mama taught you, you ain't got a problem. There's always a few clowns out there that have to be culled, but I think that's just boilerplate stuff now for everybody.
Yeah. But is that like, okay, we got to have one tranny on every team,
No, I don't think it goes that far.
one furry, one. I just thought, I really thought we would be over this by now.
If you think you're a cat and you're the best wide receiver on the team and you can catch the deep ball,
Don't care.
you're a tiger anyway. Put a tail on it and go with it. I mean, who cares?
I hope Auburn finds that furry if it's out there.
Auburn has had a lineman problem for the better part of a decade. And until they get some
Oh, my
linemen that can
word.
control the line of scrimmage, I don't care who the running backs are. Bo Jackson can't run with 3 people hanging on him. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have to give these backs a chance to get to the next level. To do that, you got to open holes. And if you can't do that, you're going to have a long, long day.
I'll read just a little bit of this statement from Auburn here. Let me
Did they respond?
do what?
Did they respond?
Oh no,
to-
the initial statement you were referring to
Okay.
about DEI here. I'll put it up on the screen here too. It says compliance with NCAA and SEC rules is of utmost importance to Auburn University and its athletic department. As a member of the NCAA, Auburn University is responsible for the actions of its coaches, student athletes, faculty, and staff, alumni, donors, yada yada yada. As such, please take a moment to familiarize yourself with these important items concerning NCAA rules. And then the highlight part is the Department of Athletics, in keeping with the mission of the university and in spirit of inclusion, encouraging diversity and equitable treatment for all, will seek to abide by the rules, to manage its fiscal affairs in a responsible manner, to educate its student athletes, and to win championships, thereby bringing credit to Auburn and its people.
Is there a problem with that? Allison, is there a problem with that?
I mean, I have an issue with the equitable part and the diversity part. Pretty much the whole statement. I just look,
If you're looking for excellence, I think you will have diversity.
Well-
I think it follows excellence. And the problem with what was going on in our country is we tried to get the diversity ahead of excellence. And if you follow true excellence, don't discriminate. Nobody wants that. You end up with a diverse setup. I mean, the basketball team is going to have the best basketball players. They don't care what color they are. They don't care where they're from.
right, as they shouldn't.
Right.
But what this is saying is that we should care. Right?
It's essentially, if this is, oh crap, we know DEI is illegal in the state now, so we're going to tweak the wording and make it a word salad to get around it. Kind of like when, who was the journalist that went undercover with the meta glasses at Alabama, and they talked about how they're getting around
yeah.
the DEI by just changing the wording and changing the, which it just does the same thing. So I think the statement itself, you'd be like, oh, what's the problem with that? But I think if you read between the lines of what they're doing, they're trying to implement it without calling it DEI so they can still receive state funding.
I promise you, every university has a statement close to that, and probably every business.
Did we have that
So it just
statement in the
covers them.
90s?
It probably was growing in the 90s. I don't know. I feel like it's a product. We didn't have it in the 80s.
I guess I got really fired up about it, and then I was like, wait, why am I all fired up? Because I'm like, I want Auburn to win. Auburn. I want Auburn to win. I want Auburn to win. I don't care what color anybody is.
No, you want the best
just
athletes.
win.
You want the best players.
I think the worst part of that statement, the most inaccurate part of that statement, was the win championships part at Auburn. I think that was the part that
Well, it's
ended
kind
up-
of, some of it's missing a little bit. Now, look, some of the sports have done very well.
the equestrian is really good.
Was it the women's tennis team that
Gymnastics.
and golf has done
And the
really
Golf
men's
is
good?
golf.
Diving used to be real good.
Mm-hmm.
The men's
Uh,
golf is good.
basketball has been very good under the Pearl regime. Football, not so much.
Have
We've-
you met Golish?
No, I have not. I have not.
Is that on? Do you have any desire, any chance you're going to? I'm curious. I'm-
I would love to meet him if if he walked in here, it'd be fine.
you wouldn't jump him?
Well, I'm kind of like you're gonna have to, after the last few hires, you need to show me something before I'm gonna get too fired up.
Are you an Auburn fan?
I grew up an Auburn fan. Yeah,
Shut the front door.
I did, and I think I did that
Wow.
because most of my family was Alabama fans, and we just, it was kind of that yin yang thing. But anyway, it brought on a sad childhood because it was during the Doug Barfield years. So I loved Auburn so much as a kid, I would physically get sick when they lose. So they almost sent me to the Mayo Clinic during the Barfield years because I was a sick child. And Pat Dye came along. It got a little better. Never won the big one, but at least we were competitive.
The sickness isn't back.
Well, I've kind of got over it.
Okay.
I've decided, it hit me one day. Why do I care what a bunch of 18 and 20-year-olds do that's going to ruin my week? I ain't going to let it happen.
That's fair.
Now, we do a sports show too. We have a
very mature of you.
podcast called the Tailgate Show. So we look at that stuff, but it's entertainment. It's fun. I'm not going to let it ruin my life.
I do, because I know it's sad. I know it's so sad, but our time together is almost over.
What?
Yeah, we've got like 8
10
minutes.
Did I say something bad?
No, it's
Oh,
just
the
the
show.
clock.
It's been 2 hours. It's flown by.
I know.
I know. Complete with a bear sighting in the parking lot.
I still cannot believe that. I cannot believe that it was in our backyard.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to hoof it to that Tesla and get in there and get out of here.
Hey, summon it. Be like,
Yeah.
can it
come
poot
get
and
me.
come to the front door?
The summons command is, it needs a little tweaking to it, but it's pretty good.
Well,
I'll show you when we go outside.
Allison called it literally when we were on the phone and when you're on the way here and we talked about, because the picture was taken right down the road, and Allison said, well, there's a lot of woods right behind our studio. It could just be hanging out in there.
So you knew there was a bear on the loose before I got out of my car? Hey, Allison.
Why do you
thanks.
think I walked over and
Hey.
escorted you in?
Hey, thanks.
Because
How about a heads up on that one?
you look like
Hey,
a cheeseburger.
all you have to do is text me, go, hey, Bubba, stay in your car. There's a bear on the loose.
No,
That's
no.
all it
We
would
all
take.
got out. Cheeseburgers walk together to the front door.
He's
I
like,
got
oh, it's a
on-
buffet.
I got on new shoes. I can dig. Get out of there. I won't be the last one. I'm not that fast, but I'll be not the last one. I'll tell you that.
So before we go,
Yes.
I want you to tell everybody. Okay, you said you have a tailgate show. But
Yes.
you're also doing
Yes.
Bubba on the Lake.
Yes.
And then you also fill in, and you're so servant hearted that you come hang out with people like me, and you do that across
This is
the state.
Allison, this is a pleasure.
Oh gosh, so sweet. It's like it says that I don't know what to do with my hands. I get nervous.
Don't put them on the table, please. Or get down there to try to plug your mic in again. This is a family show.
I do have issues with my headphones every day. I don't know what the deal is. But tell us what you're doing and
Okay.
how people can find you, because I know, look, through the comments, nobody said one thing about me or JP today. It's all, we need
Well,
him on
they-
the show more often.
They should talk about you.
Bubba
Uh,
should be your go-to fill-in.
Well, you know.
Do you know Cody and Biggie? Do you know Biggie Rat? You know Biggie Rat?
I
He's
think
watching.
I do. I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. I'm not sure. Well, let me tell you what we're doing. We have a podcast that is our flagship podcast called Bubba on the Lake. It's not just about living on the lake, and it's not just about water. There's some of that, but it's just kind of our umbrella for doing what I do and talk about things I like to talk about. We have a second podcast called the Tailgate Show. It is the tailgate show for the tailgaters. So it comes on very early, and it's done by the not so ready for primetime pickers. And we have a lot of fun with that. And
Who's on that show?
Well, it's I co-host it with my son Hunter. We have a third member, Nathan Hall. Many of you know him with his vast knowledge of Indiana sports. And then we have a guest picker each week. Would you like to be the guest picker one week?
Yes.
That would be fun.
No, I really would.
Okay. JP can pop you in.
I really would.
We can do that. So we're doing all that, and you can find out all that
What are we
information if football games. We talk about college football. If you go to bubbaonthelake.com, and we have the full setup there, and you can get all the information and more than you ever wanted to know about Bill Bubba Bussey.
So are you building a media empire?
Our parent company is called Intergalactic Pants and Tees, and it is our parent company to do that. And we dilly in a little thing from media all the way to aerospace.
Intergalactic Pants and Tees.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Do you
Can
know?
you tell the story?
Well, David Letterman was a big influence on me growing
People
up.
don't even know who that is.
He used to do the late night show. It was very funny. If you've ever
So
seen,
good.
what was it? What was the name of that movie where him and Jay Leno were battling for the Tonight Show? Was it called Late Shift?
I've never seen it.
Or was that the one with
when
something else? I can't remember what the. Anyway,
you've never seen. Okay.
David Letterman's parent company was called. Let's see, was it called Global Pants or International? It was Global Pants, I think, or Worldwide Pants. That's what his name was.
I remember that.
So,
okay.
in no way could I match up to that. So I had to take it to a new level and go Intergalactic Pants and Tees. So it's a play off David Letterman's parent company name in honor, not trying to steal or play off of it, but to honor the great comedian David Letterman. Now, don't always agree with his politics, but he was funny. I used to love his show.
Where is he now? Hairy and bearded somewhere.
Yeah, he
Didn't he get kind
grew
of
that
weird?
Santa Claus beard.
Yeah, he got a little kooky.
Yeah. I think he does a podcast. Doesn't everybody do one now?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The podcasts have podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bubba does.
Mm-hmm.
His podcast has a sub podcast, and I'm going to be on it.
I love the Tailgate show. It's a great name.
It is good. How
we
early?
have,
How early does it happen to happen?
Well, we air that, and we have some radio partners that carry it too. You can see all that on the website. But it was airing on Friday. We're gonna move it forward in the week a little bit so it has a little longer shelf life because those are done, after that week. So we're still playing with it. We're gonna try to add a little more video this year too, because y'all have motivated us here with y'all set up. As a matter of fact, can y'all rent the studio out to us?
Yes.
Yeah.
100% yes. We close the show every day with a little game called Would You Rather.
I've heard of that.
We don't play Never Have I Ever because that would get, especially not with Bubba. So we're gonna play.
Got quite a list.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather with Bill Bubba Buffy?
Here's a good one. Would you rather be seated on an airplane between a couple that's arguing or next to a crying baby?
Couple that's arguing any day. Now, I love babies. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I could take that.
Yeah.
At least the couple arguing would be entertaining.
Yes, because you would pick sides.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Hey, good point. He doesn't bring you flowers anymore. I'd become the referee of that.
Yeah.
I love babies. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I could take that loud pitch squealing in my ear for a flight.
Yeah,
How about you?
I'm thinking the arguing couple because it really could be a good if you want to analyze it and learn some things. I think
It could be funny.
Well, it could be funny too.
Especially if you start awarding points like wrestling.
Ding. Ding,
By the way,
ding.
I don't think Allison knew this because she didn't get there till like the middle, but John Wall's wedding had, I'm not kidding, I think 3 crying babies in it, like screaming crying babies.
If you have a crying baby, excuse yourself. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Okay.
Oh, it's funny you say that because as we were walking in late, because we thought they locked us out of the wedding because all the doors of the small chapel were locked, and we thought they're keeping us out. Somebody was leaving with a crying baby.
Oh, there was at least 2.
Somebody was late getting there. Is what it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I look, I'm late everywhere. It's so rude. But I'm a TIDS optimist.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were about to say.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was. I was hanging on every word, Allison.
I'm a TIDS optimist, which means I think I have more time than I really do.
Allison will call meetings and be late to her own meetings.
It's true.
It's
true.
It tends to run stronger in females historically. I
We just
think.
have
And I
so
don't know
many
why.
things to do.
I don't know why.
Hey, one more. You got another one?
I just closed the tab out.
Okay, never mind.
One more. One more, JP.
I'll bring it
You
up.
ain't got to hit a network break. One more.
Would you?
We're going
That's
overtime.
True. That's true.
Welcome to Right Side Overtime
We call
with
it
Allison and Bubba.
after dark.
Would you rather have to always say everything that pops into your head or never be able to say what you feel?
I know what you're going to
Allison already does the first one.
I
so-
started to say, this is not even a would you rather. This is a way it is.
This is how you live.
This is the way it is.
Tears.
Do you want? Do you probably do? You live the same way. You say
Yeah,
everything that
yeah.
comes.
I'd rather say what's on my mind than
It'd
than
be
eat it.
so hard to keep my mouth shut. JP, what would you choose? I don't know. We could really hurt some feelings.
Yes.
We maybe
And
should
we
keep our mouth shut.
And we have hurt a lot of feelings.
I think it's probably more biblical if we go with not saying a word.
Probably.
Bubba, it was so much fun.
Enjoyed it.
We're
Thank
gonna
you
do
for
it again.
asking.
We're gonna do it again. This was I still can't believe you said yes.
We'll do it again.
But this was so much fun.
We'll do it again. Please ask again.
Okay, and can I come pick something?
Yes, we want
Okay.
you on the tailgate too. And I got to get you on Bubba on the Lake too. And do a full breakdown of your history
Oh.
and what you're all about.
Careful.
And what makes you tick.
I'm for it. I'm too old. I am an open book. I got nothing to hide.
We could do it right here. We could do the
could do
interview
it.
right
You
here.
could your way through. Y'all have a great day. Make good choices. We'll see you tomorrow on the right side.
And don't be stupid.
Don't